Hey happy campers, Todd here at Great American RV Superstores. Today we want to talk about storage of your unit, whether it be a travel trailer, Class C, Class A. They're all pretty close to the same common practices. So let's get started talking about that.
Making memories, one weekend at a time.
So most common question customers ask is, how do I store my unit? Do I leave it plugged in? Do I not leave it plugged in? Common practice, if you have a place to plug in your unit, whether it be a 110 receptacle, a 30 amp receptacle, or a 50 amp receptacle, during storage, do that. That does many things. It keeps your unit plugged in, keeps your batteries charged up. You can run your refrigerator, your air conditioner, whatever you need to, and it's good to keep these things exercising rather than just have them sitting out in a open storage or out in the sun in a field, whatever, and not being used. So if you can plug it in somewhere, great. If you're not plugging it in, you want to make sure that you're cutting off disconnects on the batteries. Class C's, Class A's, they all have house battery disconnects. Class A's generally have a chassis disconnect on them as well. Class C with the Ford or Chevy front ends generally don't have a disconnect on those. So that's something you're going to have to go out and crank up every once in a while and make sure that that battery stays semi-charged up if you're not leaving your unit plugged in. So good exercise whenever you're storing your unit and it's not plugged in, disconnects are always off. Travel trailers and fifth wheels don't commonly have disconnects on all the older units. A lot of your newer ones are starting to have that. So look for a little red switch or anything of that nature that says battery disconnect near the batteries or in the front storage bays, and shut that off. So if we are storing our unit plugged in, we want the battery disconnect on. If we're leaving it off, then we're not charging our batteries. That charging system is operating and all your lights will be on, but you're not actually charging your batteries while the unit is plugged in. So you get a lot of customers that leave the unit plugged in, disconnects off, and then they go hit the road and they're wondering why their batteries are dead. Well, that's why. We've disconnected our batteries and we've kept the system from having that ability to charge your batteries. So we want to make sure that disconnect's on. So let's talk about the exercising our components. Turn that air conditioner on. Turn your furnace on whenever it starts getting cooler, because anytime you run that furnace, it's gonna, just like in your house, it's gonna have that oily buildup or the dust and debris in there. It's gonna smell bad. Roll your windows down, run that thing, get all that smell out before the winter time comes. Same thing with the air conditioner, run it once a month. Get in and put water to it every once in a while. Make sure that everything is operating as it should. A unit should never be stored for months on end without use. We want to make sure that we're using it every once in a while, even if we're walking into it for a half hour a month, just do it. Same thing goes if you have a generator. Fire up that generator, unplug the unit from the outside, and run your air conditioner, run the TV, run the microwave, something. Exercise that generator, put a few hours on it, let it run. Another thing I want to touch on as far as the plug-ins and how you're operating stuff whenever you're plugged into outlets is, you have a standard household receptacle, which is a 15 amp receptacle. This is good for running your refrigerator or running your charging system, but that's it. So if you use the step down from 50 to 15 amp or from a 30 amp to a 15 amp, do not try to run your air conditioners on this. It will melt your cord and trip out the breakers on your house and stuff, so don't try that. If you have a 30 amp system, you can go ahead and run your charging system, your refrigerator, and your air conditioner. That's fine. One air conditioner, not two, one. It will go ahead and overamp that system, either trip breakers or melt the cord or the plug on the end. If you have a 50 amp service at your home, feel free to do whatever you want. You have more than enough power, just as you would in the campground, so it gives you the perfect opportunity to exercise your unit to your heart's content and camp in your backyard or do whatever you want to do. So keep all these little things in mind. I know it's a lot of information, but it's very important to, more than anything, go out and check your unit every once in a while and exercise it and use it. The worst thing that you can do is set it up and let it collect dust and not use it. We all want those times with our families to go out camping and have fun, but the worst thing to do is have it sit And then whenever you have those small opportunities, nothing works. So get out there, exercise it, use it, enjoy it. We hope you learned something today, and thanks for watching here at Great American RV Superstores, where we bring the how-to to you.